Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Sunday, March 5th, 2023. They're referred to as many different things: vacation home rentals, short-term rentals, or simply by the name of the company they're most associated with, Airbnbs. The boom that the Morongo Basin has been experiencing since the early days of the pandemic seems to be waning, but many of the issues that come with running commercial businesses and residential neighborhoods remain. And as spring with an anticipated super bloom approaches, while an abnormally stormy winter season begins to loosen its grip, short-term rentals continue to stay on the forefront of concerns for many citizens in the high desert. As some single-family homes that were previously vacation rentals begin to return to the long-term rental market, alternative structure short-term rentals are still firmly in the county's crosshairs. Here's 3rd District Representative Don Rao talking to Gary Daniel on the Up Close show about the status of alternative vacation rentals such as travel trailers, teepees, and private campground services like Hip Camp.
So how do we zone appropriately for that? That is a question that has been asked. And if it's really an interesting fine line because it is your private property. If you want to do things on your private property to earn a living that doesn't impact your neighbors or the environment, should you have the right to do that? And the county is trying to answer that question. So yes, you do pay property tax, and yes, you do have rights within. However, if people, when they come and they eat, do they have proper places to prepare that food? And then the other end of that, do we have sanitation to accommodate that which happens afterwards? We had Hip Camp come in. They are one of the bigger entities that promotes this stuff. All of those uses are currently illegal in our county. We do not have that. You can apply for a special a conditional use permit to go through the process, which we have had people do. It's expensive and time consuming, so I would want to respect those people that have gone through that process to have the proper sanitation and traffic, ingress, egress, noise, lights, all that. So right now, alts or alternative type camping is illegal. We've met with Hip Camp. We've tried to communicate that with them. When we see listings pop up, we ask them to take them down. Their solution to me was, well, what if we just put porta potties on all these sites? That we met in a Joshua Tree office and they looked out. They did the sweeping hand over Highway 62 and said, look at all this open space. Nobody's going to see a porta potty there. And I said, can you see these houses? Those are their backyards. That's not fair.
So what's the current status of short-term rentals in Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree, and 29 Palms? Hillary Sloan did a 3-part series covering the requirements and limitations for current and new short-term rentals in each area. As short-term rentals remain a popular topic at weekly meetings like the Yucca Valley Town Council and 29 Palms Planning Commission, we'll always have full coverage of changes to the ever-evolving relationship between the desert, its residents, and those who want to come visit and experience the majesty of the Mojave Desert. We'll have the full conversation with Don Rao as well as links to Hillary Sloan's 3-part short-term rentals series on our website, Z107.7fm.com. That's your local news. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.